Good evening tonight. Well, we have certainly told you about the housing crisis in our mountain communities and some of the tools they're using to try to keep the working class in towns where average housing prices are in the multi-millions.
Tonight, Breckenridge might have to change one of the tools it's been using after complaints people are using loopholes to beat the system. Our Mountain Newsroom reporter Spencer Wilson on the story in Breck this evening. Spencer, we're talking about deed-restricted housing.
Jim, that's right. And a deed-restricted house is any home that has kind of a barrier to purchase it in the first place, whether you have to live in town to buy that property, or you can't make a certain amount of money as a household or above it in order to buy that house. Or the most common, that house price can appreciate more than something like 3% a year, which is kind of the standard for here in Breckenridge. But there are rumors right now about off-the-side deals like auctions on furniture inside of their homes that are causing some issues in terms of how people can trust if these are going to the right people.
The system's broken. I mean, how do we fix this?
That's the public comment from a woman named Sarah Fury at a Breck Town Council meeting. She was trying to buy a deed-restricted home in town with a set price.
We were told they were only accepting cash offers. The bidding war on these so-called appliances in the garden shed were up to $35,000.
That home belonged to Summit County Commissioner Elizabeth Lawrence, who said those claims about a on-the-side bidding were all lies.
We didn't take the highest offer on my house, far from it. But we took the offer that I feel is the most fair and ethical, people that have been in the community a long time and needed a home.
Lawrence says she understands the pressure people are under when it comes to fighting for these deed-restricted homes, because there aren't really other options.
Left to its own devices, the market would not provide housing for people that are earning their livings here.
Lori Best with the town of Breck says after the claims from that town meeting about the bidding war on Lawrence's home, the town of Breckenridge is seriously considering changing the rules on sales of deed-restricted housing.
I think we're really seriously looking at a mandatory lottery and going the way of Aspen.
That would mean the seller doesn't get to pick the buyer and will theoretically stop any secret bidding war. Something Lawrence says she did not do.
We did not work out a deal on the side ahead of time. That's what's continued to happen. We didn't do that. We wanted to make it as fair and open for anyone that wanted to put a bid in. That's what we did.
Now, the town of Breckenridge says they also check all of the money being exchanged in any of these deals and theoretically can stop a deal in the event that there is some kind of weird pricing system happening for maybe a couch that's going for $10,000 or something. But they said they haven't seen any of that. They do issue fines if something is happening on a daily basis, and they should be able to see what's happening, or at least they think they can. Live in Breckenridge, Spencer Wilson covering Colorado First.
Thank you, Spencer. Spencer lives in Summit County. He's always eager to hear good story ideas for the mountains he covers so well. You can reach out to him through cbscolorado.com or call and leave him your story idea at that tips number.